So I had a VA evaluation, and my hearing loss went from not service connected to 0% service connected.
Oh, zero's better than nothing, dude.
I know.
Yeah, zero means you could be upgraded at least.
Yeah. So
Means they're
as well as the knees.
your knees are now zero.
Yeah. So
Your knees are way more than zero. I've seen you stand up.
dude, she's like, she's giving me the exam, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're kind of fucked up." And I'm like,
Thanks
Yeah.
for that.
and I'm like, I said I complained every year, and all they did was X-rays. I said the first time that they did an MRI, they're like, "Yeah, your knees are fucked up." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I see it's in your charts here that you've complained even before you were out." Yeah, and so at least they service connected it, I guess. But man, what a racket! What a racket!
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, man, when they fucked me over with the TBI thing, my gloves went off. And I was like,
Oh, my TBI is still not service connected.
right?
Yeah.
How many AT4s have gone off by your head?
14 in one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That's not service connected at all, right? Yeah. Like,
Anyway, enough of that.
yeah. Fucking, after that, like, and I'll talk to buddies. I have a buddy of mine. He's another comic, and he's an Air Force vet.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's at 80%.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't feel right going for my 100 because I never really did shit.
Right.
I was like, fuck him, dude. Fucking do it.
Well,
Like,
You know,
fucking do it.
I
And,
felt like that forever until I found out we were still paying the Taliban fucking millions of dollars a month. And now my give a fuck is gone.
yeah, well, that fucking, well, no, I'm telling you, it was just your TBI after 7 IDs isn't service connected.
Right.
And then when I was like, well, where'd I get it? They're like, maybe you got it before you joined. I'm like, yeah, I was getting blown up so much when I was 17. Fuck you, man. Like after that, I was just like, fuck you people, dude. Like I hope everybody gets 100%. Like I don't give a fuck. I hope they're lying. I hope they're getting over on
It's the
them.
same thing, like hearing loss in knees, right? Yeah. I joined at 17.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I was in the infantry. Of course, it's service connected.
Yeah. Everything that's wrong with me
Yeah.
physically and fucking mentally, let's be real,
Right.
between 17 and 35. Yeah, dude. Like I'm fucked up. like, yeah. And
But
it's your fault.
But it only took me until I was 45 to get it service connected. So I feel good about it now.
Yeah. Because they're so fucking efficient. This is my argument against universal healthcare. This is why I'm like, dude, take it from a guy who uses it.
Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be, man. Like it sounds great on paper.
Yeah.
I saw something that in Canada, like 70,000 people died because they were on the waiting list to get like medical work done. And because they have universal health care.
There's also their
Good start.
aftercare issues they have for surgeries and shit like that are through the roof up there.
Oh, I bet.
Well, because decent doctors don't stay in Canada because you can't live like a doctor.
Yeah.
You've got to live like a social worker
Oh, 100%.
because you're a social worker. And
Making minimum wage.
You know,
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. So check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
sometimes I think doctors make too much money. But if you look at like what a doctor, like you look at an actual doctor's work schedule,
that's brutal.
it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
It's fucking brutal. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because
Give 'em a pass.
the big money guys are the guys that
I'm
Like,
talking like a
that-
surgeon.
that work
Yeah.
in huge hospitals and they do all this kind of stuff. And these guys are like, oh, the surgery's 38 hours.
Yeah,
And we
right.
can't stop.
No,
like
I'm gonna
it's
go,
not like you get to tag out.
I'm
Like
gonna go out on a limb though, and I'm gonna say a family doctor is a secretary. And let me explain. They don't do shit besides say, hey, yes, you need to go see this doctor. Or
Yeah,
you need to see this doctor.
They're referral specialists.
Yeah, that's all they do. they're a fucking secretary.
Sure.
I'm sorry if you're a family doctor.
So-
prove me wrong.
It's just a
Fucking treat me for something.
I'm gonna talk to my brother-in-law. He's
Yeah.
a family doctor. I'll give him shit about it.
All they do is I've never been treated by a family doctor for anything. It's
Yeah.
been a referral.
yeah. If it's serious, they just refer you out. And then what's funny if you show up and you just feel like, I don't know, I've got this cough. I just need something to knock it out or whatever. Some fucking PA comes in. The doctor doesn't even come to
Right.
it. Some PA comes in and like is like, here's a Z-Pack, fuck off.
Dude,
And you're
some
like,
of the best medical
thanks.
care I've ever received, PAs.
Yes.
Right, but they'll just do what they have to do. Right?
Or urgent care, right?
Yeah.
You're in and out.
Which is usually a
urgent
PA.
care, yeah,
it's
right.
usually a PA.
Yeah.
And but when you're there, it's not because it's like, I don't know, doc, I'm pretty sure my organs aren't doing what it's supposed to do. Like you're there because you're like, I don't know, I've got this cough that's
Yeah.
fucked up, or I've got, I don't know, I cut this. I think I might need some stitches.
Yeah.
And so a PA is fine for that.
Yeah,
but
the only 2 times I've been to an urgent care for myself was when I needed stitches
Sure.
and my what do you call it? Where you're pissing rocks.
Oh, your kidney stone.
Yeah. And
Bro.
I was throwing up in pain. So
I saw
I
a
was gonna die.
picture of a kidney stone under an electron microscope.
Oh,
There's a reason those things hurt.
it's a caltrop.
It looks fucking horrific.
It's a goddamn caltrop.
It's fucking
jagged
terrible.
little.
Do you know those? You
Yeah.
know those sticker burrs you get stuck in your shoelaces?
Yep.
It's
like
that, but through your dick.
through your dick and it's made of stone. It's like, oh fuck.
And you made it. That's yours. That's your little. That's your little.
My
devil rock.
line.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. just jagged little edges everywhere.
That's-
Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that
Yeah.
fucking terrifying?
Now just push that through your dick.
Yeah. Fuck all that.
So I passed one that was I think 4 millimeters, centimeter. No, millimeters.
Millimeters.
One
But
centimeter.
I
buddy.
have one lingering that measured a 9 millimeter.
Ooh.
I'm like, I know exactly how big a 9 millimeter
that's
is.
scale.
Yeah. So
Yeah, dude, that's not that one won't even.
I don't think it'll ever try to pass.
No, that'll be stuck in your
Yeah.
bladder hanging out.
You gonna go try and get it like get your kidney sonic treated or whatever? Or
No, I
that shit
figure
where
I'll,
they, like,
I'll
blast
figure
it
I'll,
with fucking-
I'll die before it becomes that big of an issue.
Yeah,
So
fair.
I mean, what,
Fair.
like 4 or 5 years from now? Okay.
Probably.
Why even worry about it?
Yeah, you might see 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How's it work with the immortal guys? Like, once you hit 50, you just restart. You just like turn over at 23 again.
No, they just move.
There must be something with like where they zap you because I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
just they move, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm 27,"
yeah.
and then they hang out for about 2 decades, and they're like,
All right.
"Well, we got to move."
wouldn't
And
it
then,
be
why do you
fun-
think he moved to San Antonio from
there you go.
Nebraska?
Wouldn't it be funny
It's true.
if when you reincarnated, it was like exactly straight through the other side of the earth? Like that's where you pop out is
Wherever
your new life.
wherever you die, it's just a
Yeah.
it's just a
straight line
straight through.
straight through, and then you say you're
Well, then we're going to be
What's-
like Sri Lanka.
what's the opposite
Some shit.
opposite side of the world from Texas?
I think it's in the ocean.
Sounds right.
I think it's the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
I'd assume.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Well-
Indian Ocean.
When 70% of the planet's water, you've got a decent shot at just going
Yeah.
water.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Just become Aquaman.
Yeah,
It's like that through the. It made me think of this thing I saw the other. Regardless of where you drilled a hole in the earth, if you drilled it all the way through,
yeah.
regardless of where you drilled it,
Okay.
it would still take you the same amount of time to fall through that hole
Because of the way gravity works.
because of the way gravity works. So,
yeah.
like, if you drilled it right through the middle, even though that would be the longest hole you could make, it would
Yeah.
take you just as far to fall through that hole as if you drilled it like out towards the edge because of how gravity works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, every once in a while, there's
Well, that-
physics shit I need to
that-
stop reading
that
about.
is-
It's like-
It just wraps your brain around.
It takes a
And
little.
you don't even smoke weed. Imagine if you were high.
It takes a little longer to fall down a hallway. Like if you drill the hole like this, like
It, you imagine if it was slightly off angle and you had to,
What a fucking fun
just-
slide.
you just started rolling. It was just like, oh, fuck.
I'm just going to slide forever.
Yeah.
It's like a water slide tunnel. Just all the way down. Just
You just have no skin on one side by the time you get to the other side.
Yeah.
Stupid question. Could you actually fall if you drilled a hole?
No.
No.
You couldn't fall through it, right?
You would
gravity
fall,
would.
you would fall for
Well,
about half of it.
the-
And then
Yeah, and then you just be like Is that zero gravity or
No,
No.
gravity would start pushing. So you'd fall.
I'm
and
pretty sure the core of the Earth is hot. You
That's
end up
it.
in like
But-
volcanoes.
well,
It's
if
made-
we were,
Well, it's made of iron.
if we could make a hole,
yeah,
you would fall and you'd hit terminal velocity and you'd keep going.
yeah.
So you'd break past halfway, but at that point, the gravity on the other side is now pushing you back.
yeah.
So you'd end up. So
Wouldn't
I guess
wouldn't you
you'd
just
start
be
kind of like,
wouldn't you just be suspended?
and then in the
middle?
yeah, and then all of a sudden you
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You'd be
Zero
like
gravity.
those fucking kind of
Yeah.
deals. The fucking yeah.
Well, you'd because it'd probably take forever for actually for you to hit equilibrium before you were just kind of stuck. But yeah, because
That'd be
at that point it would be
wild.
pushing from. What I mean, I guarantee you this: the math of it is gonna.
Unless you hit Middle Earth.
Well, that's where the dinosaurs are.
Yeah.
It's them and lizard men.
Yeah.
It's all that's down
Yeah.
there. I guarantee there's going to be some science of it that's like, well, you wouldn't actually just suspend because of gravitational flux due to like flaring and the motion of the Earth.
I'm pretty
and
sure
magnetic
all of
pole
the
and-
listeners assume we are high as fuck right now.
Right.
Yeah.
This is
a-
this
I-
is not the fucking edible.
I haven't
episode.
even started drinking.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. I haven't even poured mine yet, dude.
Yeah.
So you look a little sleepy, buddy.
I am. Yeah, I got back from the trade show last night. So
Yeah. Last night, aka this morning.
yeah,
John told me he passed you twice.
he did. Yep.
And he's
Well,
like,
I go about 5 to 7 over.
he's like, Scott's more of a cruise control guy.
Yeah, I totally
I
am.
am not.
So John is a 10 to 25 over.
Yeah. John goes 95, and that is it.
Yeah.
He goes 95.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Following John anywhere is always just like,
And it doesn't
boy, I'm glad your truck's bigger than mine because you're catching the laser first. Like,
but it doesn't matter what vehicle he's in. Even if
Right.
you're on a bike with him, from what I understand, it's still difficult. Like the motherfucker just goes. He's got one speed, and
Yeah,
it's
he'll
all the
he'll-
way.
he'll go. If you ever get the chance to ride with John, he's a lot of fun to ride with. But don't ride with John if you're scared of your throttle because it's not
Yeah.
it's not going to work. If you're going out trying to do fucking 65 and you two are like he and I will typically ride very front of the pack, and we'll fuck around. One of us will get the zoomies and fucking crack the throttle loose, and then the other
Sure.
one's like right on his ass.
It's really hard to do that in the middle of the pack.
But then everybody else like will be in the headsets and stuff, and they're like, all right, we'll see you guys
Yeah.
down there.
Fun fact: he's also 10 to 20 over, even if he's towing.
Yeah.
Which is when you're following. Is
He
like,
does not slow down.
Yeah.
If he's towing.
Don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Nope. His shit governs at 95. And that's how, or 96, and that's why he goes 95.
That's his cruise control.
Yeah. Yeah. His governor is his cruise control.
The truck said no.
Yeah. Yeah. He just pushes it to the max. He's not here today. Obviously, you guys haven't heard him, that sultry voice of his. He is
He's
doing
got a
his,
swimming lesson.
he's got a swimming lesson. Yeah. He's got his water wings on right now with Nick from Warfighter Scuba, who came in this weekend. And yeah, they're going to be fucking around.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys doing tomorrow evening?
What am I doing tomorrow evening?
I have no idea.
I have a good opportunity, and I think John and Nick are going to go to it. But I have a show
Oh, okay.
over at Tandem. It's a coffee shop that also has like a beer bar.
San
right?
Antonio?
It's in San Antonio. It's kind of Southtown,
Okay.
right? Not my usual demographic, but I usually go there on Thursday nights. I have a show there. I'm booked there. It's called Poke the Bear, and essentially, it is your guys' opportunity to talk shit to comedians.
Ah,
The comedian will get up, do 5 minutes. While they're up, you have a note card and a pen, and you just write fucking roasts. And then the comedian himself or herself has to read said
Oh,
roasts.
Mean tweets.
It's like mean tweets, but
Okay.
straight up in front. And it's hilarious. I did it last Friday, and it was a great time.
you know my favorite comedian buddy of yours. Is he going to be there? Because I could roast him
He could be.
for days.
He could be.
Yeah.
He might be.
All right.
There's a few of them that, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And but it's
4.5 minutes of a joke with no punchline.
like my buddy,
Yeah.
my buddy Hank. My buddy Hank hosted the one, and the host gets up and does the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hank's a Native American guy. So I fucking played on that. And the roast I wrote for him was Hank's just mad that home field advantage didn't stop the Trail of Tears. That's what I told him. And he was just like, God damn. You know, it's like you can be as nasty as you want. The first one I pulled out of the bucket, I pulled up and it just said he's wearing a wire. I fucking lost it. I was like, all right, let's go. It was funny. I had a great time. We got roasted really good, but it's good for the comedians. It's also good for the audience because it's interactive. But tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Tandem, which makes no sense to any of you listening to this because this is last week for you. But yeah, if you guys are available, it is a fun show.
Cool.
A bit of a drive
Yeah.
though, because it's Southtown. But yeah.
we'll see how recovered I am. Yeah. So the show, we did the show. It was Monday, and we'd started at 8 and went till 4. Then
On
we packed
Monday?
on Monday. That was
They ran the
It was the last day.
they ran last day till 4.
Yeah, but they got rid of the half day, so it was
Oh,
three
that's
3
nice.
days,
So it's just 3 full days.
3 full days. But then we packed up and drove back.
Do they still do that goofy media day, or did they finally get rid of that shit?
That's media first hours of the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
First hour is just media. So, which
3 days. 3 days isn't bad.
it wasn't bad. New Orleans is great. I had a good time.
I like NOLA.
Yes.
I've always been a fan. Unless
was
it's August.
so
That's
much-
just gross.
It was so much cheaper for us than Vegas. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're not
Biggest thing
spending
I like about
$1,000
NOLA
a
is
day.
that
Yeah.
NOLA is still a destination city, right? It's still a tourism city and stuff like that. But it's not near as fucking fake as Vegas is. Like
Yeah.
everything in Vegas.
It's more historical.
Yeah. And there were shootings. It was cool. Like,
Right?
it's very authentic.
Yeah, but not a mass shooting.
Oh, 4 people got hit.
Well,
That's
So-
just NOLA.
that's,
No, I
yeah,
know. I know.
That's a regular,
But-
that's a run of the mill drive.
Yeah,
funny
it
is-
was funny. Everybody's like, "Oh, we could have used you, Warfighter guys." Like, what the fuck would I have done? I don't have a gun on me. I was
Yeah.
Fucking
drunk.
been running the other way. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I would have seen it coming maybe and not been in the area.
yeah.
Like, find cover, then move to contact, guys.
Yeah.
That's only if you're equipped.
I still have so many friends that are still in the industry. So my social media
Yeah,
for the last 3 days was just
right.
the show, right? And Thursday, where a lot of people traveled in, there was pictures all over my media that was like tagging other people from the industry because somebody was passed out like on a stoop in front of a bar or like just in front of a building, and they were like, "Is this like insert
Yeah,
cigar person here and shit like that?" But
That's funny.
uh,
I see
It's
you
always
still working on your project over there.
yeah, dude,
Gotcha.
getting there. I miss the show because it's the one time a year where like all your friends are in one place,
yeah. No, it was a good time.
and so
You know, the only bad thing about New Orleans is it was spread out, so I didn't get any like after hours business done.
yeah.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because nobody was wearing their badges, so you didn't know who anybody was really.
Yeah.
And so the only people we like ran into and hung out with were like other brand owners or
They are.
people that we actually we could remember.
Or customers you already
Yeah,
know really
yeah.
well, and
Right.
it doesn't
So-
really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where? Which convention center?
As far as I know, the only one because it's the only time I've been there.
I think there's 2 there that they use.
It's a really long one right next to the river.
That's the casino one,
No.
No.
or the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've seen them do conventions inside the casino as well.
Oh yeah.
Ernest N. Memorial.
Oh yeah, that's the
More-
regular.
That's just the
guy.
convention center.
Yeah.
I don't think that casino convention center could actually hold the show.
Yeah, it's not for big shows.
This
for
one
sure.
it felt bigger this year because the convention center was like skinnier but really really long,
Yeah.
and so yeah, it felt bigger. But
It's like when I do Texas Trophy Hunters here as opposed to like Dallas or Fort Worth. Like Fort Worth seems massive, and it's because it's not a real. It's a skinny. I think it's a skinnier building
yeah,
because like the other half of it's like storage or whatever the fuck. So they only use like half of the space. or
Yeah, it was one of the
whatever.
downfalls, like post-COVID trade show for the cigar industry, at least, because they kept it in Vegas, but those halls are just so big. And then
Yeah.
when like some of the brands stopped going, so some of like the really bigger booths didn't go and stuff like that. You were still in this massive space, but all the booths were, for lack of a better term, normal. Like you didn't have like Drew Estate there with their 3-story fucking
Right.
booth and, Altadis and General and those guys. And that would,
and the one in
or
Vegas.
when Fuente would build a mini version of their factory on the floor and shit. And
Yeah.
it was like,
Well, that's JC Newman now.
oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's cool though. It's
You know
like
who I was
a little cardboard miniature. It's kind of
Yeah. It's their headquarters, but it's, I don't know, 10th scale.
Yeah.
It's made out of cardboard.
What is this?
It's cool. Like it's super neat.
Yeah.
But,
Factory for ants.
but when those huge booths aren't there to kind of,
Yeah. Well, in like Vegas, everything's set up in a square, so you never have that far to walk.
Mhm.
It's also multi-level.
Yeah, but not for our show.
Yeah.
It's one level.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cigar show is way smaller than Shot Show.
Well, sure.
Yeah, but like this one was, I don't know, maybe 6 booths wide.
oh God.
No,
So-
maybe more than that. I don't know,
I was
20,
gonna say yes, so that was long as shit.
20, but yeah, it was really long. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Oh, so yeah. So some booths just felt like they were.
well, like
Live.
we were on like one end and then all the food was on the opposite end. But like, and then some of my friends were on the opposite end of the floor. So it'd be, but
Nice.
it was good though. I had fun. We're there next year too, and then back to Vegas. So
Fucking nice.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
nice.
the old cycle used to be Vegas, and then somewhere else, and then Vegas, and then somewhere else, and then Vegas, and then somewhere else. And it was supposed to make it to where it was easy for the West Coast to get to,
Yeah.
and then easy for the East Coast to get to.
Yeah.
I'd like
That
to
was-
see it in Florida once.
Orlando wasn't bad because the food was good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Orlando is so family focused because of the Disney influence
Oh yeah.
that you had a bunch of cigar personnel that were trying to go places and you couldn't fucking smoke
Put it in Miami. Miami would be
anywhere.
fun.
Miami would be a
would
good
dope.
spot.
God, do you have any idea how expensive that would be? though?
It would be
Fucking
Yeah.
bananas.
You'd
It
think-
can't be more than
But
Vegas.
You'd think Miami would play ball considering how many
Yeah.
like brands are headquartered there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I think they have the cocaine convention, so we might as well have.
That's just called
Okay.
South Beach.
Fucking-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
They might have did away with that in the late '90s. I'm not sure.
According to Will Smith, the cigar is you just bite it, you don't light it. It's for the look.
Yeah, I suppose if you're a chode.
Yeah, if you're a chode that beats up little people, sure.
God, I haven't heard chode used as an insult in a minute. That was good.
I think that's appropriate for the situation though.
He's a chode.
Like who slaps Chris Rock?
A chode.
A chode.
Only a chode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of his twat wife.
Yeah.
Right? Like fucking
Like only chodes find themselves in an entanglement.
right. Yeah.
Hold on, I got my chode tangled. I need to.
Fucking we should really call him what he is, and he's a cuck.
Well,
That's really what he is.
No, that's if you enjoy it.
You can still get cucked against your will, can't you?
yeah, but I think if you use that as an insult, it's for somebody who enjoys it.
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah. Although,
I don't know if I enjoyed it and somebody called me a cuck, I wouldn't be that mad. But if somebody called me a cuck and I don't enjoy it, which I
What?
don't, I'd be a little more upset.
That's what I'm saying.
if you were upset about being a cuck, you shouldn't be in the same room.
True.
Yeah. Then she just cheated on me.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. I don't remember the historical accuracy of the,
and I have a technical
definition
question.
of cuckold.
I would say, are you a cuck if you swap?
No, you're a swinger.
No, it's a swinger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so
a
that
tag
to-
team partner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just a team player. That's all that is. Fucking just a team playing
All right,
person.
all
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you're just playing
Like
best.
maybe you're a cuck technically until the swap happens.
No. It's like playing best ball.
Oh,
It's
offense.
a scramble. It's a scramble.
It's just a scramble.
It's a 2-on-2.
It's
Yeah.
just like, all right. You go for the drive. I've got the better short game.
Yeah. I'll get her started.
Yeah,
I need you to come through with your approach.
it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. What position would you be on that one? You personally, what do you feel like?
No,
you'd be?
wait, there's a follow-on question here. Is it a 4-person scramble?
4-person scramble.
Okay. All right. Because if it's an 8-person scramble, it's a little different.
That's called gangbang. That's
Yeah,
different.
well,
All right. Well,
not,
4-person.
not if it's 4 and 4. 4 and 4.
I'd say a 4-person scramble, one girl.
Oh, that's a gangbang.
It is
You're
a
only
game.
ever
It's-
playing one hole at a time.
Yeah.
Like
You
it's
play
golf.
one hole. It's golf.
It's one.
Ow.
But what would you do? Like, I feel like it'd be the only time my drive would be all right. Like, I get her going. I'm gonna need somebody coming and finish this up though, and everything. Yeah,
Well, I think and ultimately, I think the star player in that situation
Mikey, you're
is going to be the
still
guy that got
catcher.
there early and was willing to use the warm up area.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think he's gonna
The guy who hit the range.
he's gonna be the all star. The
Guy
guy
who-
that showed up and was
You
like,
damn sure don't want to be.
"Oh no, I hit the
clean up.
range.
I'm gonna be
I've
on
been
the
chipping in
bucket of balls.
Like,
I'm warmed up already.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You just don't want to be clean up.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy putting.
yeah. You don't want to be putting from the rough is a different meaning.
You don't want to be the guy putting,
Yeah,
especially if you know you're a 3-putter. Then it's just
dude, 3-putt for life. Fuck. Justin was telling me he actually shot the best round of his life this weekend.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
par 3 course. I shot 11 over. It's good for me. It's not good overall.
Atta boy.
But yeah, I'm working on my.
Yeah, you could golf with us.
Technically speaking, on a full size course, if you shoot 18 over, you're
Yeah.
scratch golf.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
shooting for.
that's bogey golf. Yeah. Which I'm usually, like
It was only ever that was
I'm
my-
usually close to bogey
it was
golf.
honest to God my only goal ever in golf
Was to be bogey golf.
was to be bogey golf. It
I
was-
don't honestly remember the last time I kept true score. Like I have not
I did
given
for
a
a long
fuck.
time.
I did in high school because it was a high school golf match.
Yeah.
I didn't
That was about
I
it.
didn't for a long time. But I was playing a lot and I was playing on all the same courses, so I kind of knew
Yeah.
when I was better on a hole. And then I got very consistent because I was playing a
And then
lot.
COVID ended and we had to go back to using
Uh,
regular greens.
I know why I haven't kept scoring forever because I never golf when it's not a scramble.
yeah.
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 And then when it's
That's the only
scramble,
time I do
somebody
keep score.
Somebody keeps a score. I don't.
Yeah.
And then I was playing a lot with my buddy Fred, and when we were playing a lot, we started keeping score because he's pretty good. He's on my team for the
Nice.
charity event, and he and I shot our best rounds that we've ever shot.
Which is
playing-
May
playing
May
together.
19th. Tickets are available at intrepidcare.org.
And I shot an 82, and he shot an 83. It was the
Damn.
best round of golf I've ever shot.
Fucking A, dude.
And I don't know
Turnover.
what it was about that day, but for some reason, it was like I got a really good shot and it motivated him. So he got a really good shot. And because he got a really good shot, it motivated me. And it was just like this.
Just in the zone.
And we were just dialed the fuck in. And I shot an 82 and he shot an 83. And it was, and I've been chasing that fucking
That's how
ever
that's
fucking
how it
since
fucking
now.
gets you, dude. God, that's how golf gets
And,
you.
well, the problem is that we went out there, we didn't give a fuck. Like we were just playing, we were totally relaxed.
Yeah.
We shot super, super clean. And then ever since then, I was like, all right, how did I do it? And now I'm overthinking it, and
Yeah.
everything's getting fucking.
Yeah.
And that's every amateur golfer's problem is they overcomplicate everything.
Justin, how'd your 60-degree turn out?
I actually had one pretty solid. There was like a 90-yard hole, and wind was behind us, and I was like, "Fucking, let's send it." I hit like half a ball or half a bucket of balls on the driving range because I got there early, and was was
Star player.
That's the guy, dude. That's
Was-
the guy.
was working with it, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's send it," and put it like 3 feet short of the green, and I was just like, "Oh."
See, and if you
90
use
with
it,
a 60 degrees.
that's pretty solid.
You
Dude.
you muscled it up there.
No, I did. I was just, but I wanted to, I was like, I can fucking hit this one hard.
See, that would have
And
been
I'm okay
Yeah,
with being
you
short.
swing away.
Yeah.
that would have been a 56 for me.
Yeah,
it'd
if I'm looking at 90s, 56 is
It'd have been my approach wedge.
yeah, or my gap wedge. Yeah,
And,
Mhm.
I don't have a gap in my bag. I play with an approach.
I have an approach. I don't have a gap anymore either. You have a gap
I do have a gap.
because I know it used to be mine.
Yep.
I know you have a gap. Yeah.
Yep.
I like my approach.
Does
wedge.
that mean I have a gap?
Yes.
Yes.
I like my approach wedge a lot. I feel like I have more dial on that than because I can dial it back 85, 90, or I can swing away with it. And
Yeah.
it's about a 110, 115.
Are you still hitting my rocket balls? That TaylorMade rocket balls driver?
Yeah.
White one?
The green one. Yeah.
It's a fucking great driver.
It's fucking solid.
It's so good.
As
It's such-
soon as I can get it to go straight, I'll let you know.
Oh, dude. Well,
That's probably- that's a
if you
me thing, though.
figure that one out because I never figured it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's more on me. But yeah, that's a great driver.
Yeah.
Because when you do finally get a good one with that one, because it's made for hockey players. Like Rocket Balls was a hockey player fucking like thing.
Really?
Yeah, like it's got hockey technology in it or some shit.
Huh.
Yeah, and I don't know, look it up. It's an interesting thing, but fucking yeah. When you do finally get one, that bitch fucking sends, dude. Like it's so good. Like
So you can currently buy a set of. So TaylorMade makes the RBZ.
Yeah.
And you can currently buy the TaylorMade. They made a new series of P Series irons.
Hmm.
So they make a bunch of them. All their stuff for the P Series, and that's their professional line
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But they made a set that is the TW edition. It's the Tiger Woods edition of them, and they're Tiger Woods' design and spec. And when you look at them, the top
how
line,
fucking dope are those?
the top line on it is about that wide.
Yeah.
Like it is. They are
What you need, dude? You want booze?
they are so scary to look down at. Like I stood over one and looked down at it, and I was like, And you can order them two ways. You can either order them with his spec, and his spec is actually they're called weak, so they're like 2 or 3 degrees flatter than what they would normally be. No, 2 or 3 degrees more leaned than what they would normally be. So he actually runs them weak.
So like his 60 degree would be like his
So like
sandwich.
if a average 7 degree is like 35 degrees, his is like 38 degrees.
Okay. So
he-
like
he's
like
actually-
a 56, it would be a 60.
He's actually
Yeah.
like he's adding loft, so it's taking distance off.
Mm.
But he does that because his swing is so fucking pure and perfect that he,
Also probably allows him to control spin. a little
yeah,
bit,
but you have to be
yeah.
Tiger. Like you can't
Yeah.
like you can't fucking hit these things. And so the ones that are actually spec'd his way are considered to be a collector's item because
Yeah.
they're not meant to play because they're like, you're not Tiger.
You're not
You
Tiger
can
Woods.
own his clubs. Like if you had a man cave and you wanted to put his clubs on the wall, and they come in this beautiful box with a little plaque and shit. Like you don't just get them in like a plastic bag like other clubs. They're like
Fuck all that.
individually foam cut and shit for these things. So you can like put them on the wall.
Yeah.
But then they make a set that's like, okay, here's the one.
These are the ones you can play with.
So sure, if you're psychotic, it like I mean, you have to be at that level.
Yeah.
Or you can't go.
That's the
near
thing
these
with a
things.
lot.
I bet I would be just as good as with those clubs as any other clubs.
I
Just-
I
just
seriously doubt it.
absolutely is dog shit.
Yeah. Like,
No,
I'm
these will
dog
make
shit either way.
these will be even worse.
Yeah.
Like these are those ones where it's like, oh, I'm just not good enough for the club, and it's like, no, this will make you a worse golfer
Yeah.
unless you were at
Well, I don't know which club
that
to grab
level
for
of
which
golf.
distance anyway. So
It wouldn't matter.
My
Those things are
Callaways,
fucking impossible.
that's how I feel sometimes. My Callaways, it's like, dude, I'm fucking not good enough to have these clubs. Like, because I have a really fucking nice set.
yeah.
And I'm thankful for it.
I love my
like,
Callaways.
like, yeah, big fan. You
But
know,
I run-
like,
Well, I
I
imagine,
run
I,
forgiveness
I
clubs and
imagine
all that
it's
shit.
like having a firearm. If you have one that can outshoot you, then you can get better. But if you're better than the club that you're using, you're not going to get any better.
Sort of. What you
Yeah.
need is so like I play with what's called a forgiveness style club. So mine has a partial cavity back. It expands the sweet spot on the club, so you can
Right.
get a little bit more out of it. If you can't like hit that sweet spot
Right.
all the time, it's a little bit more forgiving.
yeah.
Guns don't do that. Like there is no like, oh, this one's it's got some forgiveness in it. So even if you're not aiming quite right, it kind of helps
Well,
you aim
no.
right.
What I'm saying though is like
And so-
if you have a 3 minute of angle gun and you can shoot 2 minute of angle accuracy, you're never going to shoot 2 minute of angle accuracy.
Yeah, sure.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
yes, you can.
But if you have a half minute of angle gun and you're a 3 minute of angle shooter, you might be able to get
Yeah.
a little bit better.
But there's a breakover in
Yeah.
clubs. So there is like I could probably play a club caliber that's like one level above what I play at.
yeah.
And it probably wouldn't hurt me too much because I'm not getting into like true blades and stuff like that. It still has some of the tech in it.
You're saying,
But then there is a breakover that you can get into.
You're
this
saying
level
if
of
you had a gun that was too good, it would actually make you worse as a golfer.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Essentially, you could have a gun that's like, oh, everything that you know about firearms is now out the door.
Right.
And there's like on true competition rifles, and there's like a different way that your hand approaches that chassis and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's like all of that changes. And if you don't at least have some of the knowledge to
Right.
get behind it, you're just going to kind of go like,
What's your
okay.
favorite club to swing?
I mean, the easy answer is to say 7 because everybody likes swinging their 7-iron.
True.
There's a reason that if you ever go test clubs, there's a reason they always hand you the 7-iron. And
Yeah.
it's because it's the easiest club in the bag to hit. It's got the perfect amount of loft. The approach on it and the length of the club is typically the easiest.
It's my
to swing.
warm up club usually.
It's why like DeChambeau plays what's called a 1 club setup. All of his clubs are the same length.
Yeah.
They're all the
all
same length.
7.
They're all 7-iron, and it just changes the loft on the club, and he just swings the piss out of it. I probably like hitting my approach wedge the most.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm a 3-wood guy.
yeah, I mean,
I love my 3-wood.
woods are easy to swing though.
No,
That's why.
that's the only one that I can swing.
That's why
I
hybrid
can't
clubs are so good
I
because you get
fucking suck the dick at you know that. I'm dog shit at a hybrid. like, ugh.
so I like my approach wedge. Some of it is also it's a heavier lofted, so it's got a really wide grind on the bounce. So I don't know. My alignment's always really natural on it, so the ball's where it needs to be in my swing. And
So approach wedge, 3-wood,
Don't give a
What's
fuck.
your favorite gun?
I like accurate rifles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's like anything. I love the game, but it's.
So
I went the other day and swung all the new
It would
new
be
shit, and
like
I saw no yardage change.
if you could hit a golf ball 280 yards, it would be easier for me to shoot a golf ball at 280 yards than hit a golf ball 280 yards.
I love when I talk to people about golf.
That's fucking true, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caitlin and I stopped to get lunch the other day, and we sat at the bar because it's just faster.
So much
Sit at the
faster.
bar, you just get your food faster, whatever. And I was the Masters warm up had started. They were doing like the par 3 competition. I wanted to watch it, so I asked him to put it on. He's like, "Who do you golf?" And I was like, "I play at golf. Like I don't know if I play golf." And so he was talking to me, and he was like, "Yeah, man. Like," he's like, "I'm pretty good." No, he asked me, "He's like, are you any good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't. Good days and bad days. Like
No.
I don't. I love the game, but I don't. I'm never gonna tell anybody I'm a good golfer."
Sure.
He's like, "I'm pretty good." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "I mean, I drive it like 300, 310." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And in my head, I'm going, the PGA average with the driver is 277.
Right.
Yeah.
Which means at 310, you are out driving like 95% of the PGA field.
Yeah.
There's like 3 guys that consistently go over 300, and they're freaks. It's Rory, DeChambeau, like Bubba in his heyday could really crank it out there, but
Daily.
he's not on the tour.
Not anymore.
So, but most of those guys, if you watched the Masters, the average flight distance was like 276.
Mhm.
That's with a driver uphill, or like hitting it downhill. Like flight was like 276.
Yeah.
So all these people that run
Makes
around,
sense.
they're like, "Dude, I drive it like 300." I'm like, "No, you don't. You probably drive it about 215, 220.
When you hit a bounce, maybe.
300 would require about 180 mile an hour club head speed.
Like
That is so insanely fast.
I
It's not
hit
even
I hit a 300-yard drive with you once. And I don't even remember where the fuck we were playing, but I remember it was you because you were like, as soon as I did it, you're like, "You'll never do that again." I was like, "Nope," because like it hit the top of a hill.
It hit
Yeah,
like
it's
a,
downward
it hit
roll.
a top of
And then
the
hit
hill,
like a
and then it
spigot.
bounced off like a sprinkler head and shit. It just like hit all the right.
Hey, you hit the sidewalk and you get a fucking 50-yard
Yeah.
bounce
Yeah,
out of
dude,
it.
it was like one of those where it was just like, I'll never be able to do it again, man.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it was like, I was like, that's like 320. I was like, what the
But-
fuck, man?
All these guys that I meet that I'm like, yeah, you're a bartender at Chewy's, but you drive the ball 310. He's like, "I'm like a 3 handicap." I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here, dude? There's this
Yeah.
thing called the Corn Ferry Tour."
Dude,
like,
go be a golf pro somewhere and
like,
make
what-
double what you're doing here. Shit.
doing? He's like, "Well, I've got school to be a physical therapist." I was like,
Fucking
Hmm.
fucking loser.
if you were a legit 3 handicap, go to the Q course.
Go be the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
Yeah.
Not to change the subject, but I'm bored. Well, what's in current events?
There was
Rory finally got his green jacket.
Yeah, no, that's more goddamn golf. And believe me, Mal was at the trade show booth watching this and going crazy.
Pete Hegseth just eliminated male and female physical standards for combat roles.
I didn't know they had different ones.
They've always had ones. Like ever since females were allowed, they do female PFT and we do male PFT, right?
Yeah.
And it's always been like that. And when combat roles got opened up to
Oh.
females, the standard,
But like Ranger School Standard was always Ranger School Standard.
yeah, until they dropped it for females,
Okay.
they dropped the whole thing for
So when they
females.
first started it, yes, they were going to do the whole like anybody can go to Ranger School. You just have to meet Ranger, but Ranger Qual is Ranger Qual.
So you're
Doesn't
saying
matter.
infantry is just now
you have an infantry PT squad,
infantry.
whether I don't give a fuck what part you have. Yeah,
okay.
which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, there are some women out there who could absolutely compete. They
Yeah.
can absolutely do that. And if that's what they want to do, fucking A, girl.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm there. too.
Fucking let's get it. Yeah. But if you can't meet the standard,
Yeah.
because if you can't meet the standard, it makes the fucking his take on it. And it makes a lot of sense to me. It's about lethality.
Right.
Like it's not that you can't do it amongst other women. Can you do it amongst other infantrymen?
Yeah.
But that wasn't
You know what I
why
mean?
we weren't allowing women in the infantry.
Well, no,
We weren't allowing women in the infantry because men do really stupid things when women are in danger.
That's true.
That's why we weren't letting
Yeah.
women in the infantry.
Yeah,
This
or
was
in
not-
any of the combat roles.
This was not they just can't hack it. It was
No,
I think that can be conditioned out of us a little bit though. Like if you're working with women long enough in like in an infantry environment, right? And if somebody goes down, you've finished the job, and then
Mission
or you-
accomplishment before true
yeah,
welfare.
you get rid of the threat, and then you take care of casualties. And has there ever been an exception made for another male soldier? Absolutely, right?
Sure.
Like if your buddy's in the middle of the road and their bad guys are still shooting, you're gonna fucking go get your buddy, And so I don't know if it's, but I think if you work with them long enough, 6 months of training and getting to know everybody, I think you can maybe condition that out a little bit, as opposed to having like a female, somebody who's just attached to you.
Oh yeah, I mean, it shouldn't
know what
just
I
be a pass. If you're going to let it happen and we're going to try this experiment, then
Yeah.
it should still be like, okay, but you still have to do
Yeah.
infantry shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I think at that point you're going to know if she's a good infantryman. That you're going to know that she expects you to take care of the threat and do the mission, and then not give her the special treatment, right?
Well, I'm just on board because I want a stronger military.
Yeah,
I want our military to be the
Yeah.
absolute strongest it can be.
right.
If we drop standards,
Oh, I agree.
lethality stops.
And
and it's like-
what I'm talking about isn't like it's not every woman's going to be able to do this,
Yeah.
but the ones that can, you treat them like fucking equals.
They can also pee standing up.
Some of them.
The
I
ones
get-
that can
I-
absolutely just pee standing up.
I think any woman can pee standing up. It's just messy.
Depends on how she points it.
I mean, I can shit standing up. It's just not a good idea.
You ever tried shitting standing up?
Not on purpose.
No, but it's happened.
Well, I mean, we all had dysentery, so like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever just been walking and your buddy's like, hey, dude, shit yourself? You're like, oh, fuck.
no. But I was walking behind a guy.
Camp Dawania.
Yeah, I was walking behind a guy, and we were on a little road march across an airfield, and we all had dysentery and mop level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Been there.
And he cut the fucking suspenders of his rucksack. It dropped. He gets the suspenders of his pants halfway off, and then just starts putting it all back on. It was too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At a certain point, you're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yep, he didn't even get his pants all the way down. He just started putting it all back.
Like, I only wore silkies underneath them anyways.
Oh, we didn't have underwear at that point. This is fucking 3.5, 4 weeks in.
Well, that's why I always wore silkies. You just wash them in the shower with you.
We didn't have water. We didn't have our first shower for 60 some days.
Well,
We didn't have water.
I use the term shower.
No, we didn't have water. Our first shower was a fire hydrant somebody shot a hole in or something.
Nice.
Yeah. No,
Right.
we didn't have, the only water we saw was the fucking shit canals in Iraq. Like,
No, we had jugs.
we didn't have shit.
We would like
We didn't have
steal
drinking
shit.
water.
Well, we
No,
needed
you had
to be-
shit.
The reason we
You
had
should have water.
dysentery is we didn't have drinking water, and we drank hose water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucked everybody up.
So we damn sure didn't waste our drinking water on showering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had a buddy of mine who had a camp stove, and
Yeah.
he would spend like 2 hours a night just boiling water to put into his canteen.
Mm.
And he was the only one that didn't get fucked up.
Yeah.
he was the only
That
one.
tracks, that No, we were
he was
moving-
tired all the time, but he didn't shit himself.
we were moving into Najaf, and we were still in mop level carrying all of our shit.
Oh, 03?
Yeah, in 03, the initial push. And we had run out of water for like 2 days. And there was a hose running. And we held it up, and it looked clear, and it was cold. And we're all like,
Fuck it.
yeah, like we're going to die if we don't drink it. We're probably going to die if we drink it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I wish I wouldn't have drank it.
Yeah.
Our whole company was down. Everybody and the whole company is in this fucking building for 3 or 4 days, puking and shitting everywhere. Like they had to have medics come in from, I don't know what, I don't know. I was out of it. We all were.
Yeah.
But there was just random medics that had to come in and like take care of our medics and us. Like it
Damn,
was bad.
dude.
It was bad. Our whole chain of command, everybody, our whole goddamn company.
Well, we all got dysentery in OF1, but it was just like, I
No,
don't know. It was like on the way out.
No, we didn't get the shits. We had dysentery.
No, I know.
Like we couldn't keep a liquid in us.
You ever had a fly go up your asshole?
No.
I did during a dysentery fucking thing, and it's the worst feeling in the fucking world, man. It's fucking horrific, man.
You're loose, buddy.
Then I was like in the process of shitting water. It was just fucking spraying out my butthole. It was terrible. I just got gaped by a fucking fire hose. It was fucking nuts.
We'd have guys that, you're throwing up and you're flexing, and then you're blowing it out the back end, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's a rough feeling.
Yeah.
It's a rough feeling. That's why I'm like I've gotten food poisoning like 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
And that's the closest feeling that I've had to that is food poisoning. And which sucks. It's fucking miserable when it happens, right? And it's never your fault. You
Yeah.
know, like I had some tableside guac one time that just
Right.
ended fucking badly, right? Or you know what? For me, it's always got tomatoes involved though. every time.
Yeah.
It used to be Fox Pizza, then it was Anchor Bar on fucking 3009, and now it's like the Biscuit House or whatever. But when it was Fox Pizza, I had a
Yeah.
cheesesteak there one time. Nope. That was the
Yeah.
first and last time I'll ever have tomato. I don't know who the fuck puts lettuce and tomato on a cheesesteak anyways.
That's not right.
Fucking weird. Fucking Charlie's. I went over there the other day, like, you want lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise? I'm like, no, fucking, why the fuck would you even ask me that? It's weird, dude. It's a weird fucking thing to ask me. No. And then there was a dude working at the back. He's like, I fucking been saying that shit since the fucking day I started. Fucking gross. And I was like, yeah, this guy gets it. Like, Jesus. Yeah. Lettuce and
Yeah.
tomato on a
Put some
cheesesteak.
ketchup on it. Come on.
Fuck right off. Good God.
What else is in? I know I've missed news for like 4 days, so I don't even know what's going on.
No, I miss news for all days.
Yeah,
I just happened to see that Hexa thing today
yeah.
on my feed.
So something came across mine, and it was AI generated attorney outrages judge who scolds man over courtroom fake. So basically, a guy used AI to represent him in a court case, and his excuse was because his voice gives out when he has to do public speaking, and he had lung cancer at one time, so he can't speak well. And she pegged it because it was playing like AI, like it was a video, and was just like, turn that shit off right fucking now. But there's a bunch of people that are like, it can pass the bar exam, so why can't AI fucking
Dude,
represent
yeah.
you? in
I would
court?
rather have an AI lawyer than a fucking real lawyer any day.
I have a buddy of mine going through this right now. I talked to him the other day.
Yeah.
He's suing the government because like the Marine Corps fucked him over somehow. Like he's a
Right.
reservist and whatnot, and he's had this long legal battle. And it's just been, red tape after red tape after red tape. So he was like, Chat GPT legal. They have one. All right. So he fucking typed in everything, uploaded everything. He's like, I'm going to try it.
Right.
Gave him a fucking roadmap to success, basically. And was just like, this is, and then it was like, these are the lawyers that handle this.
Right.
These are the lawyers you can call that handle this. It just fucking, and he was like, dude, I'm literally, I called the first one. They were like, yep. And then they've already started the process, and it's all because of AI. And I was like,
Nice.
that's fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
I should use AI to just talk shit to random people I want to. Like, yeah.
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 Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know. I got into it. There's a big, and it's interesting. We have Mr. Gary Brugman in the peanut gallery today. But there's a big thing right now about all the deportations, right? And everybody's like, and Trump was joking with the president of fucking what was it? El Salvador. He was joking with him, and he's clearly joking about it. And he's like, the domestic guys are next, right? Like he's making a joke.
Right.
And everybody's like, he said he's going to send our citizens to the. And I'm like, no,
Right.
he didn't fucking say that,
Yeah.
guys. Like, fuck right off.
And that's
man.
like fucking Oprah and Whoopi and shit. They're like, yeah, well, what's to stop Trump from just deporting U.S. citizens that he doesn't like?
the Constitution.
I don't know. Like,
Fucking
yeah.
the Constitution.
Duh.
Like, you fucking retard. Like, why are you even starting that fucking?
Yeah.
Why don't start that rumor?
Yeah.
Like, God, dude, like you're fucking cunts.
Yeah, you can't deport American citizens.
Yeah, like, and then people are mad. Like the vote, the SAVE Act passed through the House of Representatives, right?
I can't remember.
And the SAVE Act is essentially it's voter ID laws, all right? And it's that you have to prove that you're a citizen of America, and they're like, you can't do that. And even 4 Democrats were like, I think we should do that,
Yeah.
like, right? Like, I mean, election integrity is fucking important, man. If you don't have integrity in your elections, everything's fucked, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that went through, and like, there's people who are defending it, and it's like, bro, they went through the rolls. They found hundreds of thousands of people who were not allowed to vote that voted.
Yeah.
That doesn't give me this shouldn't every American citizen should have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And they don't, and it's only because orange man bad. That's the only fucking reason. They just won't admit that it's because orange man bad. It's because fucking,
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, if Joe Biden would have been like, we need voter ID laws, they would have all been like, fuck yeah, we do. And I'm sure right wingers would have been like, oh fucking he's or
I
whatever.
don't know if right wingers would ever be against voter ID laws.
I don't see how anybody could.
I know, right?
As an American citizen, you want citizens to vote in your elections.
yes.
Like, I can't go to France and just turn up and be like, fuck Macron. I'm going to vote against him.
Right.
I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Right.
see
Well,
why.
how are they going to get an ID, Mikey?
But American citizens don't understand their rights. I had a guy the other day that literally asked me, he was like, hey, am I allowed to carry my pistol in here? I said, no, you're not. And he was like, well, why? And I was like, well, one, the mall has all of the appropriate legal signings saying that
Right.
you can't carry your weapon in here.
Yeah.
Said two, I'm a bar. So no. And three, I own the place. And I said no.
No.
I was like, I have kids in here. I have people drinking. I have,
And
No.
4, if
No.
you're considering carrying concealed and you
why'd you tell me?
get
Yeah.
caught,
If you just shut your fucking
Yeah.
mouth, just,
right? Like,
And he was like, well, you know, with 2A or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop you right there. 2A does not give you the right to carry a gun. 2A restricts the right of the government to take your gun. 2A does fuck all in my private place of business. I'm not the government.
yeah,
2A provides absolutely no protection for my private statement that you can't carry in here.
right.
It only restricts the government. All of the amendments to the Constitution are restrictions
Yeah.
on the U.S. government.
That's
They don't grant you
that
anything.
that little sentence at the end that says "shall not be infringed."
Yeah.
That's
But-
what
and
that
what he
means.
was like. He was like, well, it says shall not be infringed. I'm like, I'm not the fucking government. I can tell you
yeah,
to go fucking blow it out your asshole.
Yeah.
The Constitution does fuck all for you.
but the
It,
state
like-
law here, if you have 51% or more of your sales to alcohol, you can't
I
fucking
also
do
have
it.
what's called shopkeeper's prerogative, and I'm allowed to just go, no.
Well, anybody
Yeah.
can say it, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
And
now,
so, but people don't realize that these laws, they don't grant rights. We say that you just have rights. That bill protects them. The Bill of Rights protects your rights.
Protects
it doesn't
your rights.
grant you anything.
No,
You had all of those.
Yeah, you already had those when you were born.
All of those, all of those laws are to restrict the government from getting in the way of them. But I'm not the government. So 2A does fuck all inside my four walls.
yeah. Like, you can't carry, there's a lot of places you can't carry.
Anything federal. Post
Right.
office, can't carry it in banks.
Now,
Sure.
if you're carrying properly, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, just shut your fucking mouth
Right.
and get judged by 12 later. You know, yeah.
But
But every dude who I know
Well, I
that
told him that
carries
too, and
like,
I was like-
seriously, they just don't talk
yeah,
about it.
he's
Right.
he's kind of a semi-regular. And I was like, also, I know you drink in here. I was like, you know, it's illegal to carry and drink at the same time, right? Like, it's against the law.
Yeah.
Then I was like, and it's not on me.
Which is why
Yeah,
this
that's-
guy doesn't carry a lot of the time.
And I was like, and I have cops that play in here. So if you come in here and you're carrying and you're having a beer and it peaks, that cop can call his buddies and come right in here and
Nope.
you're fucked. And it's not on me. They're just going to find the piss out of you. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know he had it.
Well, it's not like he was printing in your face.
And it was like, so
Jazz, you were telling me a story that you got a phone call this past week
yeah.
from a Freedom friend.
Uh-oh.
So I had a Freedom friend call the store. Turns out he's a gamer. I didn't get his name, but it turns out he actually is a gamer. So he was calling, he was asking about games. I did not answer the phone. I was not in the shop. My employee answered the phone.
Which one?
And apparently the guy on the phone said, by the way, is this Jazz? And he went, no, this is Pony Boy. And our Freedom friend went, the man with the big dick.
Yeah, the boy.
And literally went, good on you, man. Freedom the fuck on. And hung the phone up. And he came to me and he's like, yeah, it's great having to discuss my dick with
Random callers.
random callers. And I was
Dude,
like,
tell him to stop pretending like he's not jazzed up. Everybody knows he's got a big dick.
and I was
like,
like,
tell him to
so-
shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
so whoever the fucking legend was that called
Yeah.
fucking.
Is he single?
No, he's married.
He's married
Oh, that's
to a very satisfied lady.
yeah. I was gonna say if he's single and we're talking about his huge cock on the podcast, like
Yeah.
we can make that a revolving door for him.
Attaboy, dude. We need to retract something that we did last week. Last week we gave,
We're gonna take it back, huh?
well, yeah, we are. We have to
Okay.
give it back. We cheers Neil McNally, my buddy Neil McNally,
Yeah.
for being a Patreon supporter.
Oh, he's not the Neil.
He was not the right Neil.
Oh.
It is a Neil McAnally.
Oh,
McAnally?
No, it's the exact same spelling.
Is it?
It is the exact same spelling.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was a different dude.
Yeah.
Well,
This dude lives
we
in
weren't
Florida.
wrong, but we weren't right.
This dude
Yeah.
lives in Florida and not in Alaska. But he reached out to me. He was like, appreciate the shout out, man. Fucking love you guys. But
I would never buy you guys a
he's
fuck.
like-
I would never support your Patreon.
but he's like, my mom is not the CEO or former CEO of whatever. And I was like, oh, Oh shit, yeah. And I was like, yeah, dude, we appreciate it. And I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Then I looked again. I was like, oh fuck, it is a different guy. I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So the other Neil that bought us around,
Who's actually more of a friend.
who's actually supporting me. Thanks a lot, my friend Neil McNally, for not doing it. God. But the other Neil McNally, thanks, buddy. We appreciate the fuck out of you, dude. And we're sorry about the mix up. So yeah, appreciate the fuck out of it. That said, if you're not supporting our Patreon, thanks for nothing.
That track-
Fucking assholes.
That fucking tracks.
Right, dude? Like, it just means you're consuming our product for free. How's it feel? Does it feel good about yourself?
I'm not a Patreon supporter, but I don't listen to the show. So
Yeah.
I don't listen to the show either. Yeah, I don't support the Patreon because let's be real, the majority of this all started out of our own fucking pockets. It's like, yeah,
Technically, we get the show before the Patreon anyway.
true.
ooh,
That's true.
you actually remember what happens on this?
Fuck no.
I was like,
I hear it first. I just don't retain any of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love every time. How was the podcast?
It's funny. My sister listens, right?
Yeah.
So she'll comment on something we said, and it's like 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah,
But it takes
Yeah.
me a minute. I'm like, what?
my brother does the same thing.
Yeah.
Like he's a couple weeks behind, and he'll
Right.
say something. I'll be like, "What the fuck are you?" Oh yeah,
it happens all the time, man. People walk into my bar and come up and they'll like say a joke or be like, when you said this, it was fucking hilarious. And I'm like,
When I said what?
I said that?
Where were we?
Well, I'm glad
Oh.
you find it entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, Jazz, you have something else to fill people in on?
Oh yeah, fuck. For the guys that were calling and trying to buy charity beers for our charity tournament, which is the last weekend of this month, there is officially a button on the website, and I think it's actually a banner on the top of battlepub.com where you can go and it says just charity bev because I can't advertise beer, but it says charity bev. It's $5. There's no tax. It just does it, and it puts a ticket in the bucket so I can hand out charity beer at the tournament. So
Fucking right,
for
dude.
all of you that wanted to support it and were calling trying to give me credit card numbers over the phone, and I didn't have a good way to track it,
Right.
you can just go to the website and do it.
What day is that?
It's the last weekend of this month, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's the 20, 24, 25, 26, something like that. Whatever the last weekend of this month is. So
25,
all of
26, 27.
25, 26, 27. So but the entirety of that $5, if you buy a beverage, charity beverage, all of that is going to, it's going to look like that.
It will
Bevs.
also be linked down below wherever you are listening.
But all of that, all $5 immediately goes to the Shriners Children's Hospital. We don't back the cost of the drinks out or anything like it. The entirety of it does go to the charity.
Is it the Sons of Slambos guys?
Yeah,
Those
it's
guys are
the
fun.
Slammo guys.
They're fun guys.
We're giving it all to them. So,
Well,
and then
sweet, dude.
we we host it, and then we charge them a room fee, but then we give them back the room fee, and that goes to the charity and stuff like that. So we're trying to, for every $9,000 we raise, we pay for a full life flight. So
It's fucking cool.
For a child.
for a fucking kid that
For a
otherwise
kid,
couldn't
dude.
afford to
Not
get it.
not
So,
some douchebag you hope dies.
yeah.
Not the drunk driver that fucking plowed into a crowd. of
It's
people.
literally a kid. And if you don't know how the Shriners works, if you receive medical help from the Shrine,
Or a stupid fucking veteran. Ugh.
if you receive medical help from the Shrine as a child and it's like something that's terminal or you're going to need like ongoing treatment for or whatever, you get it till you're 18. Like it
Yeah,
takes care of you for forever, and you never pay for any of it.
And I believe if
pretty
if
phenomenal.
if it's a disabled kid, it follows them till they're 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will continue to pay. Same with
Shit, Justin, you could still qualify.
Yeah, dude, you're good. You're in, bro.
same with if they have to get something amputated and they get
Yep.
like a peg leg or whatever.
Yep.
It takes care of them for
For life.
life.
Yeah.
So it's an absolutely phenomenal organization, and that's why we give them the money because they
Because there's a lot of them out there that aren't so phenomenal.
yeah, we know where all the money goes. And a couple years we gave it to a veteran charity. We gave it to Mike Barker and those boys over there.
Yep.
The problem that we ran into was not all of my players are like military adjacent. Like a lot of them are yeah. I mean, they're lifelong civilians and family civilians and stuff like that. And
But everybody.
and then some of them are a little bit.
people enjoy.
I'm a game store, so I still have like some left-leaning people that are in there, and so it was
Oh, really? The trans woman that was talking to you when I walked in there last week didn't give it away.
yeah. I don't know which one that was, but sure.
There you
Um,
go.
I've met a couple
But,
trans righties though.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
They're out there.
A lot of trans
Yeah.
righties.
You,
out
can't, you,
there.
can't, you can't stereotype on that. I don't
No, you cannot.
No.
No, you cannot.
Most of my people are super cool. They stay out of politics.
Almost every lesbian I know is right wing as fuck.
Oh, I meant.
Like,
But it's
Speaking of lesbians,
but it's really hard for these people to look at like, we're helping dying kids. And they're like, yeah, all right, I can fucking get behind that. Like,
oh, but they're cool with dying veterans.
they're not fucking dying. They just don't give a fuck if they go see a football game.
I met these former Marines, two chicks. I assume they were lesbians. If you're not, I'm sorry, girls. But they started a cigar brand called Anti-Politico, and they were pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But their whole brand is to like stay out of politics and just have fun with each other and everybody get along.
Fucking A.
And but yeah, there were a couple of former Marines, and I think only one was involved with the cigar brand, but they were hanging out. But yeah, so they came up to our booth. You know,
Other one just might be their partner
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. So,
or wife.
Yeah, I think life. But I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You kind of put it out there, girls. I don't know.
Yeah.
If not, whatever. But yeah, they were cool. So I met a lot of really cool people at the show this time. So it was a different crowd.
My buddy
That's good.
My
Yeah.
buddy Katrina, she is a stone cold lesbian out of California.
Yeah.
And she's not right wing, but she's definitely not left wing either. She's super middle of the road, fucking former Marine,
Yeah.
you know, married to a woman, you know,
Right.
gay as fuck. And she's
Yeah.
just like, she's like, I'm cool with the L, the G's, and the B's, and the T's. She's like, it's the Q's that can fuck right off. And it's like she's one of those, right? Like, yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, but she listens to the show and she's a big fan. And she's every time I need like a gay person fucking point of view, I'm like, hey dog, you got a sec?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, what's up?
How fucked up is this opinion?
Yeah, well, I'll do it for like jokes or something.
Yeah.
Hey man, is it funny if I say this?
Right,
you know,
right.
like I have a buddy of mine who wrote a joke and I hit her up for advice on it, and it was funny. It's like, why is faggot more offensive than cocksucker? Doesn't make sense to me. You know, like we were just kind of going off on that for a while. It was fun. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys got coming up? What do you got coming up?
I don't know. I just cleared this from my calendar and haven't looked yet. So
Nice, smart,
yeah,
smart.
I think we got some stuff, but I can't remember.
I got a couple dates to
I've got
throw out there.
my annual Easter golf game.
Oh, that's fun. That's
Yeah,
fun.
I think we're gonna go to the off-road park. They're doing an Easter thing.
I won't be on the show next week, boys.
Okay.
Haley's out of town, so I'll be Mr. Mommin all week. So she's got a work trip, so I'll be fucking around. And then I mean, I suppose you could FaceTime me from so if you wanted to, but I don't know why would you. And then
I don't know, host. Why would we?
like fuck. And then I have some dates. July 5th, Upstage Comedy Lounge. Jason Vest, who's been on the show,
Yeah.
is our headliner. Justin Governale, who's been on the show, is the feature, and my ass will be one of the acts on that.
Nice.
Yeah. And I believe you might see some other well-known comics coming through to that too. And then that'll be a fucking banger. And then May 4th coming up here soon at Thirsty Horse. And if you check out my Instagram at Hooligan Mikey on the post about the Thirsty Horse Music Awards, you can buy tickets there. That is definitely going to be a good night. But I'm doing a full ass 30 minutes.
Wow.
So 2 15-minute sets.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that'll be pretty much everything I got.
Hey, what was that?
Like
You
two
said
half-assed 15 minutes and not one whole-ass 30 minutes.
I have enough to do a great 30, so I'll do 2 good 15s. So otherwise, yeah, that's what I got.
That's just how ass fractions work. Like
That's- yeah.
You had a whole ass 30, but you're doing 2 15s. Those are 2 half-assed.
That's 2 half-asses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm half-assing both, I guess. Yeah.
Real quick before we sign off, I want to give a shout out to our new Patreon supporter. Great username, suspiciously visible purple orc. Thanks for the drink.
You are a 40K player, and I fucking appreciate you.
Fucking
That
A,
is,
dude.
there's no fucking way they don't play 40K.
Oh, this is one of yours for sure.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks for the drink. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
fucking good on you. But
Yeah.
yeah, you were definitely one of mine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fucking it. Well, cheers to them, dude. And cheers to you, boys. Thanks for being my freedom friend.
Dump
Cheers,
a little in there.
cheers.
Dump a little in there. That's how to cheers. All right.
Like, share, subscribe, smash all those buttons. Do the damn thing. You guys know what to do. Check out our links below. Check out the sponsors and all that shit. Otherwise, 3 little things. They're not hard to do. Jazz?
Fucking smoke on.
Drink on.
And goddamn it, kids. Freedom to fuck on. Later.